All right, let's dive into something that could fundamentally change one of the most, let's be honest, painful parts of the construction industry: writing design specifications. We're talking about a new AI tool called ArchSpec. So, how does it work? Let's find out.
Seriously, just think about that for a second. All the typing, the endless formatting, the constant checking and rechecking, it is a massive time sink. But what if all of that, a process that can take days, could be shrunk down to just a few minutes? Well, that's the big promise we're digging into today.
So, here's our game plan. We'll start with the unseen burden of writing these specs by hand and why the industry is under so much pressure right now. Then we'll introduce ArchSpec as your smart navigator through all this. We'll see how it's designed for different roles, why its value is about more than just speed, and finally, how you can see it in action yourself.
Okay, let's get right to the heart of the problem. For any architect or engineer out there, you know the specification document is an absolute beast. It's critical, no doubt, but putting it together is easily one of the most repetitive, thankless jobs in the entire design process.
This slide really lays it all out, doesn't it? You've got two completely different worlds. On one side, the old way: slow, stressful, and you're always second-guessing yourself, worried you missed something. And on the other side, this new AI collaboration mode, where the heavy lifting gets done in minutes, which frees you up to do the work that actually requires your brain. And listen, these aren't just little annoyances. We're talking about major risks. Quoting an old fire code, forgetting a standard requirement, or even a tiny typo can lead to huge legal and financial headaches. These documents are legally binding, so that constant threat of liability is a serious source of stress. I love this analogy. It's perfect. The drawings, the blueprints, they show you what to build. But the specs, they tell you how to build it. They're the step-by-step instructions, the warnings, the guide to exactly which materials to use. Without that guide, the best map in the world is totally useless. Now, this whole problem doesn't exist in a bubble. It's all happening inside a much bigger picture of an entire industry under pressure. A world where just being efficient isn't a bonus anymore. It's table stakes. You know, some experts are actually calling this the Iron Age of construction. Think about it. Costs are up, competition is fierce, and the boom times have cooled off. We're talking razor-thin margins and a market that does not forgive mistakes. And that's the key takeaway. What used to be a minor inefficiency, something you can just absorb in the budget, is now a direct threat to a company's survival. There's just no room for wasted time or expensive errors anymore. This pressure completely flips the script on how companies look at technology. When things are great, a tool that saves time is a nice to have. But in a tough market like this one, a tool that controls your risk, ensures you're compliant, and actually saves you money, that becomes an essential part of your survival kit. It's an absolute must-have. And that is exactly where a tool like ArchSpec comes into the picture. It's designed specifically to be that essential tool, that smart navigator to get you through these choppy waters. So what exactly is it? Well, first off, let's be clear. This is not some generic chatbot. ArchSpec is a specialized AI platform built from the ground up for the architecture, engineering, and construction industry. It's a professional collaboration tool made for one complex job: creating and managing spec documents. And the workflow is designed to be, well, dead simple. You just punch in your key project details, building type, location, stuff like that. Then the AI taps into its professional knowledge base and generates a complete first draft. Finally, you, the human expert, step in to review it, tweak it, and export it. It's made to slide right into the way you already work. But here's the thing. Its value isn't one size fits all. The whole platform is designed to solve the very specific headaches that different people have across the industry. So let's break this down. If you're at a huge design institute, your biggest nightmare is probably getting all the different disciplines on the same page and keeping your standards consistent. ArchSpec helps unify all that. Now, if you're at a specialized firm, you live and die by the technical details and staying up to date. Here, ArchSpec acts like an expert knowledge base. And for consultants, it's all about compliance and managing risk. And ArchSpec helps automate that review process. Here's another really cool way to look at it, using a medical analogy. For a big company, it's like an auto-prescribing system, making sure everyone's following the same rules. For a specialist, it's more like a precision medicine guide for a very specific job. And for a consultant, it's basically an intelligent auditor, flagging potential problems before they become disasters. Okay, so yeah, it's fast, we get it, but the real deep-down strategic value here goes so much further than just saving a few hours. We're talking about improving quality, guaranteeing compliance, and, this is a big one, capturing all of your team's knowledge. And this is absolutely critical to understand. Not all AI is created equal. A general AI just scrapes the public internet. It can hallucinate and make things up, giving you generic, or worse, just plain wrong information. ArchSpec is different. It's built on a private, curated library of actual codes, industry standards, and successful projects. That means the output is professional, accurate, and structured correctly right from the start.
Really, it all comes down to these 4 pillars. Of course, you've got efficiency, that's the time saving, but then you have compliance, making sure you're always using the latest correct standards. There's quality, which means consistent documents with far fewer human errors. And finally, knowledge. This turns all your company's past experience into a living, searchable asset that everyone can use. That's a game changer. And I know what you might be thinking. Is this thing coming for my job? The answer is a clear and simple no. The model here is what's called human in the loop. The AI does the grunt work, the repetitive, rule-based stuff. The human, you, brings the creativity, the professional judgment, and you make the final call. The whole point is to augment you, to make you better. The AI is your best assistant, not your replacement.
So this isn't some kind of sci-fi concept for the distant future. This new way of working, this collaborative future, is actually here right now. So what does this look like in the real world? How about this number? 80%. That's the average efficiency gain they're seeing. Go back to that first question I asked. Whatever number of hours you thought of, imagine cutting it down by 80%. That's the kind of tangible impact we're talking about.
And for anyone who's curious, you can actually try it out for yourself. They're offering a free trial where you can generate your first full document on the house, no credit card required or anything. It's a pretty straightforward way to see if it works for you.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought. When you're finally freed from all that tedious manual documentation, where does all that time, all that mental energy go? When AI takes care of the repetition, where can your creativity, your problem solving, and your real expertise truly shine? That's the future this technology is pointing to.